Can't brag up Cano too much without putting in for my boy Sky Chiflo Folsom. Both these guys are excellent human beings, fantastic mixed martial artists, and a fantastic matchup put on here by Fusion Fight League tonight.
It'll be interesting to see the contrast in style. You mentioned earlier 5'11" and 145 pounds. Cano in remarkable shape.
And you notice right away the size difference. Cano is the bigger fighter. He's taller. He has the reach advantage.
And just because he's 5'11" and 145 pounds, don't think that means there isn't an awful lot of power in that body.
I tell you what, he started this cut very large, and let me tell you what, big head kick by Cano, big head. Chiflo shrugs it off, but let me tell you, when you see a fighter say that didn't land, it means it landed.
Right. Yeah, that's always you saw that in the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight a couple of weeks ago. That Mayweather kept saying, "Not hurting me, not hurting me, not hurting me," but at the end of the day.
Now,
they hurt.
Now, Dave, this fight is going to be so much better than Maypac. Sky Chiflo Folsom, you know, he's working in. He's feeling out his opponent in Matt Cano. He's coming forward. Great confidence in this young man. Fantastic fighter, moving into the pro ranks, and he is looking good so far. Both these guys picking their shots, showing great respect for their opponent, not just going in there and throwing down. These guys are feeling each other out. Good respect. Great inside leg kick from Sky Chiflo Folsom. Big outside leg kick from Sky Folsom. And a big front kick that just whisked by Cano's nose. Guaranteed he smelled the foot of Sky Chiflo Folsom there.
I think you're right. Both of these guys being a little bit careful here in the first round, is both recognizing the damage that their opponent could do if you get too close.
And the big left landed by Cano. You see him consistently changing his stances, which confuses fighters. A lot of fighters are unable to do that. Very good job in switching his stances and landing that left.
And if you're equally powerful from both the left and the right, you're right. It's difficult to prepare for as you come into this to an MMA fight or a boxing fight or any of those kinds of things, because you're intending that you would know, at least as far as punches are concerned, where the most damaging punches are likely to come from. But if you're capable of throwing both the left and the right, it can be a real problem for your opponent.
And a little float like a butterfly from Matt Cano. Oh, coming in with a bomb of a left hand.
Right, when he swings those hands through the zone. But he hasn't landed very many of them thus far in this fight. But, boy, if they do, they're going to hurt.
A swing and a miss. Tell you what, though, Sky Chiflo Folsom felt the wind on that one.
Oh, absolutely. And both these guys have they both tried to land a couple of knockout blows in this one and haven't been able to do it just yet. But certainly both guys fully capable of throwing that one punch if they connect.
Great respect shown by both fighters. They both know they can end it in one shot. These guys are phenomenally technical fighters. They're great showcase for Fusion Fight League here tonight. An excellent feature bout. Pro debut of Sky Chiflo Folsom, 2-1 Matt Cano, feeling each other out. Let me tell you what, this may seem like a slow fight so far, but these guys can explode and change this thing in a minute, just as they do just there.
Folsom, a nice job getting in close for the first time and getting a hold of that leg. First time either guy has really gotten any sort of an upper hand in terms of trying to get in close and get into grappling.
Tell you what, and another big left. Caught the kick of Sky Chiflo Folsom and landed a big left as Cano. Let me tell you what, fully automatic weapon. It's very silent when it's just sitting there, but as soon as you pull the trigger, be ready for some action. That's exactly what this fight is. This is a fully automatic fight, and then once the trigger's pulled, watch out.
And Folsom has to be careful because Cano does have a pretty significant reach advantage. You mentioned it earlier when the two of them are standing at the center of the ring before the opening bell. Clearly, a much larger man is Matt Cano.
And if you've never checked a leg kick, folks, that shin to shin, that hurts so bad. Both these guys showing no saving face here, showing no emotion, just focused on one another. Cano working to be a little flashy, trying to bounce off the cage. Chiflo ready to take advantage of any opening he sees here. Big kick by Chiflo. Oh, and a big kick thrown by Cano. Misses. He ends up on his back, but pops right back up like a kangaroo. This kid is explosive.
Pops right back up very quickly, and Folsom tried to jump in there and take advantage of the mistake by Cano, but wasn't quite able to do so.
Outside leg kick thrown by Folsom, checked by Cano. Big head
10
kick
seconds.
blocked. Oh, another slip.
So we'll wind down the first round of this professional fight.
That's round one of the feature.
Let me tell you something. If it seems like that was a slow round, these guys are filling each other out. It may be ended in one shot here.
After fight party. As we're getting towards the end of the night tonight, remember, head out to Hudson's to hang out with our Fusion Fight Girls and the fighters tonight. Hudson's, your home for the after fight party tonight.
Well, you saw towards the end of that round, they did a lot of kind of dancing, feeling each other out early on in that round. But as it began to get towards the end, both guys kind of trying to figure it out a little bit, starting to get some idea of what they think they can and cannot do, and getting it done.
Yeah, no doubt. You know, they came out feeling each other out as they should. You know, as you saw from the few exchanges, this fight can get very exciting in a hurry, and it can be finished in a hurry. If one of those shots landed, it can ring your bell, and it can be the end of the fight like that.
Well, keep in mind, you know, if at this level, these are not amateur fights. These are professional fights. So regardless of what the records may appear on paper, there are also dozens of amateur fights before that. So just because Folsom doesn't have any professional wins or losses, it doesn't necessarily mean that he's not a very experienced fighter. And at some level, you probably ought to take everybody as, well, they're undefeated.
Yeah. Well, and if you know what, if you haven't been to Missoula Dog Pound, it's a fight every day up there. So he's been in more than enough wars in the gym. Those guys train their savages up there.
So both fighters starting to exert their will just a little bit and trying to.
Great sportsmanship shown by both fighters. Big swing and a miss from Sky Chief Low Folsom, looking for a knockout punch in the second round. Great catch of the leg, man. But Folsom springs up so quick. Both these guys so explosive, so fast. As I said, this fight can change.
And you can see Folsom kind of cringing a little bit when those legs come in there, and it makes some sense. There is a pretty significant reach advantage, both in terms of arms and legs for Cano, and you've already seen both the hands and the feet. When they come through the zone like that, they are moving.
And watch for these guys to start getting fancy. I tell you what, one might start getting fancy, one might start getting technical, and might not work out for the other. But trying to put on a show for the Fusion Fight League fans here tonight, these guys are doing it, and things are starting to heat up in this second round. More action in the second round than the first. These guys are starting to get a feel for each other's timing, get a feel for each other's length, what it feels like to fight against each other, and they're starting to turn it up. Big outside leg kick landed by Folsom.
Both guys trying to figure out where their advantage may be. Another nasty shot. That left hand of Cano has done all sorts of damage. The right leg goes up. Big
left hand and a big left kick landed by Cano, but Folsom shows no fear. These guys are warriors, man. This is a fantastic fight put on by Fusion Fight League. Second round, Sky Chief Low Folsom, Matt Cano. Showing great respect for each other, but letting each other know they're here to win. They're here to take this thing to the finish. Both looking for big shots.
Another big shot there.
Not looking to wrestle out a decision here. These guys are looking to put on a show for the fans.
Both you guys getting in there. Cano really confusing Folsom right now by switching from lefty to righty.
Well, you can see the damage on Matt Cano's left leg from those big outside leg kicks landed by Folsom. Cano is wearing some damage, and a little punch to the leg by Sky Chief Low Folsom.
A couple big shots there landed by Folsom as he comes wading inside, gets through the defenses, and able to land some big shots.
Sets up the inside single fake to right hand. Great combos thrown by these guys. Both setting up, trying to find openings. Not finding a lot. Both covering up well. Both fighting a very technical striking battle.
Another big left there. And
high kick, front kick
trying
combo.
To get in there and do some more damage. When he has been successful, Cano has done it predominantly with that left leg, but he's taken some punishment because of exactly things like that. If Folsom sees it coming, he's been able to get a hand on it at times and get in there and land some big shots with the opposite hand.
I am impressed with both of these fighters. They're blocking well, they're defending well. Oh, big left straight down the center for Sky, for Matt Cano on Sky. Another big outside leg kick landed for Sky, returned by a left from Cano.
Cano again doing that switching back and forth where he will be fighting right-handed, then fighting southpaw and switching back and forth. Folsom beginning to figure it out, however, as he's able to get inside the defenses and land a couple of big shots there.
And you see Folsom now starting to use his head movement. You saw him kind of coming in straight, not moving his head, and that's where he's eating that left and that right hand of Cano. These guys need to work their head movement. Little punch to the leg, little showmanship by Sky Chief Low. Folsom uses to set up a right hand, but misses. Has to keep his head off that center line. Cano is driving right down the center with those punches and kicks, and he's landed a few great shots.
One of those kicks gets right through the middle of those two hands. Folsom's going to be in a whole lot of trouble very quickly.
Oh, and the first takedown attempt shown by Cano. Folsom working into a guillotine here, throws some punches. Cano defends the guillotine. Cano was complaining to the ref about something there, but I didn't see exactly what it was.
Help me out, but I'm not real sure what it was he was looking for there.
You don't want the ref to help you here.
No, and he was able to get out of the chokehold. So
he may have eaten some shots to the back of the head. That might have been what he was complaining about there. I didn't see any, but in the scrambles, those things can happen. Another big shot, another big leg kick landed by Sky, and you see
10 seconds.
You see Cano switching his stance. Oh, they poured on at the end of the second round, both trying to put an exclamation mark to the end of the round and steal it.
And we go into the third round here.
That was probably a little bit too tough to call there, Brady. A lot of
feature
back and
pro
forth in that one, but certainly a better round for Folsom, I think, than the first.
Back to the
he's landing those leg kicks, and those add up. Those are a big deal come the third round. Your leg starts to feel tired, that blood starts to pool. It really puts a damper on your movement. And Cano, being as explosive as a fighter as he is, he relies a little bit on that explosiveness to get him in quick. And no signs of slowing down so far, but he has been switching his stance. And you can see the damage done on the outside of that leg. Sky is landing at a good clip on that outside leg kick, but Cano has driven some great shots down the center that have rocked Folsom.
That's the thing, is I think from Cano's point of view, I think he's probably, in fact, done more damage. And from Folsom's point of view, he doesn't really appear all that much the worse for wear, but the shots that he has landed, for the most part, have been those leg kicks and those punches to the legs. Again, exactly how the judges view that, I think, is difficult to know.
Yep.
And bottom line, here we are at round number 3.
Round number 3, looking to be an exciting round. Neither one of these guys looks like they're...
guys, who wants it? Don't leave it in the judges' hands.
Doesn't look like they're any worse for the wear. I tell you what, great matchup put on by Fusion Fight League tonight. These guys match up very well, putting on a good show for all the fans here tonight, live and watching on live stream. Some kicks from Cano. Both these guys are going to come out and try to take it in this third round.
Well, I don't think either one of these guys probably should feel so confident that all they have to do is get through this, and they're absolutely going to win the fight.
Oh, no. This has been an exchanging fight. Nothing really telling. Nothing really telling. You never know what judges are looking for.
No, I think Cano probably...
Big left, clipped Folsom on his way back. Cano pouring it on and letting him know, I'm coming to take it. You do see that he has changed his stance. He's fighting in a southpaw stance right now. Left side back. Catches the kick and lands another left, but doesn't follow up on it. Shows he does not want to go to the ground with Folsom. Wants to keep it standing. Could be looking for a quick KO. Could be looking for a quick shot on the feet. Feeling comfortable on the feet, but shows that he does not want to go to the ground at the moment.
Cano still working that jab, trying to make sure he can keep Folsom off of him, recognizing that Folsom may not have a ton of professional experience, but he is a dangerous, dangerous fighter. And if you get in too close, you negate whatever advantage you might have otherwise had with that reach advantage.
And these guys are saving. They're landing explosively. They're not trading back and forth the entire time. They're both fighting very smart fighters, trying to land good shots, trying to pick their shots. Great showcase of mixed martial arts here tonight. Great showcase of striking from both these fighters. Haven't seen much on the ground, or any on the ground. You know, these guys are doing a great job at exchanging, great job at picking their shots, looking for finishes. And Cano showing no exhaustion from that big weight cut. Both these guys fighting just as they were in the first round, in the third here.
No, he doesn't seem to be the least bit bothered, and both these guys were right on the number at weigh-ins last night. So
it's
they
interesting.
do get there, but only barely.
It's interesting that neither one of these guys has looked to take it to the ground and see how they stack up here. Both are landing well on the feet. You know, they're exchanging punches. Good left hook there for Cano. Exchanging punches, exchanging kicks, but neither one of them have looked to take it to the ground and see where they're at, see how they match up there.
No, somewhat surprising that, especially given that neither one of them has really been all that dominant through the first two and a half rounds. You would have thought at some point one of them would decide, well, you know, I wonder how that strategy might work for me. Certainly two guys with a lot of amateur experience and no reason to think they wouldn't be very good on the ground. But you're right, for whatever reason, both of them seemingly content to basically just kick and punch, and we'll see what we can do.
Oh, big high kick and a takedown by Sky. Takedown by Sky. This is the first time we've seen him on the ground here. We were just talking about it, Dave. Talking about neither one of them has gone to the ground and followed the opponent. A couple catches of the kicks,
yep.
A couple of those, but they've let him stand up. They've allowed him to stand back up. Now we see Sky sitting on top. Cano's working his guard. We'll see how it plays out on the ground here in round 3.
Both these guys recognizing you're coming to the end of the fight and you got to do something in order to win this bad boy. You might have been able to hear Terrell in the background saying, who wants it more? Don't leave it in the judges' hands. And it would appear that at least thus far here in round number 3, both fighters listening to him.
And Sky working hard to put an exclamation mark at the end of this third round and steal it. Keeping Cano on his back is a big deal in the judges' scorecards. Cano doing a great job of defending himself from his back, but I tell you what, when the judges are watching this, they see one guy on the ground, they see one guy standing up, and Cano's back to his feet.
And able to land a couple of good shots even from the ground down there, as he did have at least one get kicked to the head there that did get through the defenses and snapped Folsom's head back just a little bit. He seems to be still solid on his feet, but there were a couple of shots certainly landed there, and now Cano back up on his feet and looking awfully fresh and awfully confident.
Good left hook by Cano there. Great outside leg kick. Those are adding up. You see the welt on Cano's leg. Oh, and a big right hand got through the defenses of Folsom. Cano's pouring it on. Both these guys want it. Big left kick landed by Cano. Body kick. Chi Flow continues to move forward, another body kick, and you see him start to block it there. Those are landing. Cano's going to have to pour it on here. Short time, 10 seconds. We'll see what these guys got to come and put an exclamation at the end of the third round. Close fight here, Dave.
And that's the end of that fight there. Wait for the judges' decision.
And some people were disappointed by that fight. I tell you what, both these guys exchanged very technically on the feet. Fantastic fight from both these fighters. I, for one, am impressed. Great kicks. Folsom continued to land those leg kicks on Cano, slow him down with those. Cano landed some great shots up the center. Both were throwing great kicks, great punches at a high clip. You know, any one of those could have been a knockout.
Main event tonight. Remember, Hudson's, your home for the after-fight party tonight after the fight.
See what the judges have to say about this fight. Great fight by both fighters. A lot of feeling out.
Fighters to the center of the cage right now. Ladies and gentlemen, in our feature pro fight of the night, brought to you by Bobcat of Big Sky. It did come down to the judges' decision, but that decision was unanimous. Fighting out of the blue corner, your winner is Matt Cano.
Matt Cano takes it by decision.
Everybody.
307, baby. All glory to God. Jesus is my Savior, not my religion. Thank you for everybody. Thank you, Thomas Denny. Thank you, Matt Manzanares, everybody in Cheyenne, Wyoming. Team Wildman, Cheyenne BJJ. Laramie County Chiropractor, all of them. Drive Brew. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Montana. You guys are fun. Sorry I was trying to be a little more exciting, but yeah, maybe next time.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Matt Cano right there with the win.